going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video. It's the aftermarket breakdowns with me, Trey with Antonio. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We're about to hit 1,800 subscribers. It's amazing. Comment down below, let me know where you're from. Let me know what you guys also want to keep seeing in these aftermarket breakdowns, so I know obviously what to keep dropping for you. But if you're returning, man, welcome back to the channel. Leave a like on this video if you're enjoying it, if you do enjoy these aftermarket breakdowns at 5 p.m. So without further ado here, I do want to go ahead and jump right into the video. But as a lot of you guys know, I am currently doing a 100K challenge series with the Forex Funder. Now, they are a great prop firm, guys. They have zero commission, tight raw spreads, and their target is only actually 8%, and their stage 2 target is only 5%. So making it super easy to obviously attain, guys. Now, the trading conditions are great. The platform is great. Now, the other great thing that they do have currently going on is a discount. So if you use the code TFF50 and trade with Antonio, you're gonna get a 50% off discount. Like that, you can get yourself a challenge, get funded up to like $1 million. So you know what you can do with that kind of money, man. So without further ado here, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. We're gonna talk about gaps today, how to identify gaps in the market, kind of get you guys on game to how I go ahead and look at the markets. All right, guys, so we're on the chart here now. This is a gold chart, 5-minute chart. This actually was from Friday the 27th of October, which was today. So this like overall move was one of the moves that I did actually call out on the Discord this morning. I called this trade out here, and I can actually show you guys. Now, the reason why I didn't get into this trade myself was just because we did actually have news coming out. So this was the move itself, but we did have a 15-minute confirmation with this setup and a 5-minute zone. So, which of course, as if you guys are in the Discord, you guys know that's one of my best setups that I send. So whenever it has that 15-minute confirmation, it's always a great thing. Now, so that was the trade that I did call out here in the Discord. And as you can see at 8:31 with the news, we got that spike, and obviously price went ahead and it hit a 1-to-1. But how did I go ahead and identify this, right? How did I know that price was gonna come up to that zone, tap that zone, and reject, even with the news coming out, right? So let's go ahead and break it down. Now, here's the first thing that I kind of go ahead and look at when I am obviously trading. And one of the main important things is going to be obviously break of structure. Now, I identified that we did already have a break of structure right here in this area, guys. So as you can see, this was structure. If we go ahead and actually put on a line chart, you guys can see we broke this structure here. So let's go ahead and go back on the candles. Boom. Simple, right? Now, the first thing that I did notice is that first and foremost, we're on gold. It's a very volatile pair, and we have two gaps waiting for us, right? And how do you identify those gaps, right? So this is what a gap looks like, right? And if just kind of like simplify it for you guys, because I know a lot of people obviously kind of when they're explaining supply and demand, they make it super difficult. It's literally the space between this bullish candle and this bearish candle, right? Without any wicks in this area, obviously, right? So we always know that we have to come back and fill those gaps. That's what we call the gaps, right? So let me go ahead and actually mark this up for you guys. Boom. So this is it right here. Boom and boom. So right, we have to come up and fill these gaps. Where's the other gap that we have? It's right up here, and the space between that and the candle, which is gonna be right here. So we know that we have to come up and fill these two gaps. Now, the main thing about this strategy here, if you do trade it and you've been trading it for a while, you know that whenever there are two zones, typically the first zone does not hold. So therefore, I did not even want to get involved in the first zone at all. Therefore, I didn't even have it marked up, as you guys saw in the screenshot from the Discord. So immediately I just took that off, right? Now, I was waiting for price to obviously come up, tap the upper zone that had that 15-minute confirmation with it. And if we go to the 15-minute, we can see obviously we had the gap. I'm not gonna mark it up to kind of, to keep everything clean for you guys, but here it is. Let's go to mark it up with the 15. Boom. there it is, right? So we had the 15-minute zone. We knew that we wanted to come up, fill this gap, and obviously come further down. So let's look and see what happened. Boom, one candle straight shot. We hit that zone, obviously, and we started rejecting. Price didn't give us a break of candle just yet. And then I think it was right at like 8:30, it gave us that break of candle. There you go, boom. Before obviously breaking the highs, this obviously came down and hit TP immediately. So that was a really, really nice trade on that part. So now that's literally how you identify gaps. Now I know that this example may be a little bit confusing. You guys may have to replay that, but I do have a couple more examples that I'm gonna go over with you so you guys can have an idea of different types of gaps in the market and what these high probability gaps look like. Now, this is another move here on GBP USD. I think we took this move, and actually that was on Wednesday. I didn't take this trade, but this was on Wednesday this week. Now, taking a look here, if we look left, obviously we were already breaking structure. If I just kind of put like a line here, boom, right, another line here, right, oops, let's mark it off again, so right around here. All right, perfect, right? So we knew that we were breaking structure already, right? So we broke structure clearly. We had a a supply chilling right at the top here. And where was that gap at? So the gap went from here, the low of that bullish candle, to obviously the space between, obviously the space between the bullish candle and the bearish candle, and where the wicks are going to come up and fill this gap that we have to tap to hit the supply for price to continue further down. So I hope this makes sense to you guys, because I'm just trying to basically simplify it and making you guys kind of like supply and demand for dummies, right? Making it very easy and understandable. So taking a look here, boom, what did we get? Price came in, filled the gap immediately. We would have waited for a break of candle, which obviously would have been on boom, the next candle, and there you go, there it is. Price came up, tapped it, gave us the break of candle. Stop loss goes right here. TP goes to 1-to-1, and obviously, as you can see, TP gets smacked in one candle, and that's the trade. That's how you are able to identify these high probability setups, and that's how I do it week in and week out in the Discord with you guys, sitting out these kind of setups, man. So let's go ahead and jump into another setup and go ahead and see obviously how another move does look like. So this is another trade. This is a trade I actually did take myself last Friday. That was on, I can't even remember what day was that. October the 20th, actually, yeah. So October 20th, last Friday, we had a move here on GBP USD. Now, what was the main thing with this move that I did see? So first and foremost, we had a 15-minute zone with it, which I did agree. And we had the 5-minute zone right in there too. So I knew that I wanted for a price to obviously come up, tap into this zone, and fill the gap. Now, where was this gap? This is a little bit different because we're looking at supplies. This is going to be a demand. So this is the area. So the highs of this bearish candle to obviously the wick right here. Boom. Well, it would have been here, but obviously the wick came up and started to close in on the gap already. So it would have been right here. So this is the gap that we need to fill before we expect price to obviously continue to push back up. And there you go, price came down, tapped into the gap, candle goes deep into it, we reject. Now at this point, I'm just waiting for a break of candle to get into this trade. Boom, stop loss would go right here, break of candle happens, we wait. Now according to my rules, I like to wait like 3 to 4 candles before making my decision on whether I'm gonna get out of the trade or not. So we just waited for this right here, and as you can see, TP was smacked pretty much, within about 10 minutes or so. So that was the overall idea, and literally everything that I just do is very simple, very straightforward on how I go on the charts every single morning, and I just look to spot the best gaps, the highest probability setups, and obviously the moves that are most likely to go ahead and go to TP. So that's the overall video here for you guys. I know it was obviously a little bit lengthy talking about these gaps here, but I do want to obviously drop these kind of videos, not just the lifestyle videos, not just the day in a life or profit videos. I want to make sure you guys understand the strategy so that you as a trader watching this can obviously get better and grow to that profitable trading stage. Alright guys, so if you enjoyed this video here, please leave a like, man. I'm gonna continue to obviously drop these kind of videos for you guys here every Friday, educational or profit. So I'm gonna make sure I include that here every single week on the channel. But if you did enjoy, like I said, leave a like, subscribe down below. We're about to hit 1,800 subscribers, so that's amazing already, man. But without further ado, I'll catch you guys here next week or next Monday for episode 14 of the journey, man. So peace.